I have just started to watch and will watch the full video, but my initial reflection is, yes Christopher, you are right on track, I see what you see. But I don't see me as the cause of the patterns, rather I see that I'm in sync with them. Magic works, for sure, but I don't intend to affect, just to observe. What I see is synchronicity. The Stoics said, you are free when you follow life. This world we live in is in fact a narrative, a theme, the age of Pisces, and that narrative is dying. In fact, not only this age is dying but a whole aeon is about to die. An aeon consists of 4 ages, and this particular one is the last one in a series of 3, cardinal, fixed and mutable, the 3 modalities of energy, the quality of the elements. This aeon is called mutable, which is liquid, adaptable, the signs 3, 6, 9 and 12th sign, but 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, so 3, 6, 9 are the mutable signs. This is astrology or alchemy, and numerology, all are connected. An age is 2,160 years long, hence an aeon is 8,640 years long. There are different opinions about this though, as with everything. In Old Greek and Roman mythology, what is happening now would be described as a conflict between Uranus and Saturn, where Uranus is the suppressed energy that had enough of Saturn, Satan, and breaks out from the old conservative paradigms. Consciousness can be said to be freed, and the once collective fire ruled by a demon, Red the Moon, Saturn is by default in an opposition to the Moon, which protects the inside, the waters, the mother. Saturn's role is that of the father protection, to preserve the physical life of the organism, to make sure that the body stays alive. Saturn is all about structures, and rules houses, compare masons, the builders, governments, banking, all structures that is needed for life to function. An unbalanced Saturn though, suppresses and threatens the individuals, and this will eventually traumatize a person to a degree where he is forced to say, no thank you. Or to use even stronger vocabulary against a father that now has stepped over every limits. This point in time marks the end of herd mentality, the end of a top-down hierarchy, a dying system where everyone breaks free and start to think for themselves. Everything that happens now is because of Pluto that just transited Capricorn, structures. Mind in itself is built on structures, so after Pluto has gone over Capricorn there has become 2 timelines. One timeline is that of herd mentality, the old conditioned minds that have their reality served by public media. Note that the word media comes from the name Medea, an old Greek goddess of confusion. This second and new timeline is of an Aquarian mind where all who is affected are now connected to Source, water, Neptune, the formless consciousness. We have gone through what is called an ego death, either now or previously in life or even in previous lives. Note that Aquarius hints at the words, aqua rise, and this describes the archetype of the Aquarius energy. He is individuation and he uses all his mental powers in efforts to help persons become individuals. The word persona means actors, an individual is sovereign, have a whole universe inside. An individual has thrown away all masks and are genuine, his outside reflects his inside, while the person/persona have an asymmetry between inner and outer worlds. He is constantly busy with judgments, one aimed inwards, working on his own self-image, and one focusing outwards, always making projections of shadows that he doesn't want from his inner world onto others. We have gone from being conditioned, air conditioning, air equals thoughts. Satan freezes, inverno means winter in Italian, hell is cold, not warm. Pluto works as a giant trimmer, cuts down everything and leaves only enough for new life to spring from the ashes. Pluto is the phoenix, phi/physical nix/no. Saturn rules the limelight comes from theater, so does the word persona, a hollow mask that actors use to speak through. The public square, the agora, is a play ruled by Saturn. He is the puppeteer, and his strings are attached to the mind of his dolls, the egos. Jesus was a joker in this play, as was Socrates. Both these were killed because they were grains of sand in the machinery. Satan demands to be the only one in contact with Source, all should work as a function beneath him and play out his story/history. Capricorn's motto is, I use. Saturn is a strictly logical mind, no emotions whatsoever. The consciousness of Earth element is functional where a choice has to be made, this or that. It is purely practical, but it is not the basis for happiness or quality, rather the opposite. The public life is a big human farm, after the model of a chicken farm. Apollyon is one name of Satan in the Bible. Apoio means a chicken. Socrates said on his deathbed, I owe Asclepios a rooster. Asclepios is the god of medicine. The whole branch of pharmakia is about human sacrifice and Saturn cult. They control both sides of everything that happens and play out conflicts to the chickens, like a shadow play on the cave wall, Plato's cave. The word chicken can be broken down into the words chi and cken. The word chi means life force, fire.